Me?
No. Oh, yeah, you. We got to get you. You want to grab him? We will be starting momentarily, everyone.
Is your sister on muted?
What? Well, we need to see you.
It's just Facebook audio, man. You can't see me.
Mom Brain is getting you right now.
Just call me John Cena. Am I right?
Ho, ho, ho.
Is that why he says you can't see me? Because his name is Cena?
Yes, definitely. That's it.
Roll John Cena.
No, that's his dad.
You know seeing me. Yeah.
Beautiful, Mom Brain. Perfect.
Let's see, where's my volume? Oh, I got a window open. You're not going to like that.
You're fine. Wow.
Oh, the jets are flying over.
Are you good with that?
Are you good with that?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Yeah, man.
Okay. All right, Mr. Hill, we're starting.
Are you hypnotized yet?
That's what I was thinking. All right. Okay. 3. Let's see where I am. 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast Webisode 790.
Wow. What a hole.
The Cosmo Podcast. The Go Nintendo Podcast is a part of the Greenlit Podcast Network at greenlitpodcast.com. Mom Brain.
Yes.
Will you tell us about Cosmo, please? And then after that, I have a little bit of an apology for you, Mom Brain.
Well, that's rare. Everybody get
I
ready.
know.
Mom Brain, just take it. Take whatever he says, because he's so fresh. I listened to last week's podcast. Woo, he's a fresh boy.
In fact, Nicky Hill was so moved that he sent me a text and he was like, I'm really sorry that he's so fresh to you, and I'm sorry if I'm ever fresh to you.
How was I so fresh? Well, let's get through the Pokemon and then we'll get to this.
Maybe you should listen to your own darn podcast as once in a while.
Go ahead, Mom Brain. We'll discuss.
Pokemon 790, Cosmoem, the king who ruled Alola in times of antiquity, called it the cocoon of the stars and built an altar to worship it. Whoa.
I feel like
Hello, Alola.
I feel like you just put us in a cult.
Maybe. It's less than an inch tall. It weighs 2,200 pounds. I mean, think about that.
I know.
Its gender is unknown. Its category is Proto-Star, and its abilities include Sturdy.
Thanks, Mom Brain.
Mm-hmm.
I just remembered that I did not send out the tweet, even though I wrote it. But I sent it now.
That sound that you just made sounded like Josh singing. Where's Josh? Is he there?
Josh, are you here yet?
Did you know you can play Tetris for free on Tetris.com?
I did, Josh. Thanks for letting me know, though. I appreciate it.
Josh is there, but let me ask you, Josh, do you want to be there?
I don't want to be here.
Sorry, I forgot to mute my phone. How embarrassing. Everything's falling apart this show. Okay. Hello. Nader Die, Nintendo, Giant Reggie, Hylian Tom, Anastasia Beaverhausen, Ridley Soria, Drake Gamer, Mom Brain, Course. Hi. Hello, Course. Course says it's been months since I've been able to watch live. Well, we're glad to have you.
We hope it's everything you wish
the
for.
The 8-Bit Lego, and Shillelagh, and Rat Mastered. Now, there's a name I don't feel like I've seen in a while. Thanks for joining again. And Gecko
That's
Kitsune.
none of your business.
And all that jazz. Thanks for... Hello, Roth. Thanks for joining us. Okay. First off, Mom Brain.
Yeah.
An apology. I noticed that your microphone is a bit hotter than everybody else's. So when I give you guff for being too loud, it is my fault.
I'm sorry. Wait, I didn't hear that. I'm a trifle deaf in this ear. And this one. What did you say?
I am sorry. It was my fault.
Wow.
What a hole.
I think he means it. Oh, I did want to say, Raw Meat, listening to the podcast, being on the receiving end.
Hi, Kyle. Yes.
You spend a lot of time, telling Mom Brain she's too loud, but Mom Brain and Nintendo last week were loud, and you were quiet.
That was going to be the second part of my discussion here. I noticed that my microphone was a little quiet, so I have upped it this week, and I see that there's a considerable difference. So
I can see that there's a lot more people who have bleeding ears this week.
we should be good. Hello, Tanuki Tony. And as Tanuki Tony points out, I did say you were super hot, Mom Brain. So,
Well,
now,
you
Nikki
know.
Hill, please go right ahead. Let's take this into my freshness level.
You were just fresh.
Hi, Joe is cool. Do we have any evidence or supporting arguments
Yeah, you
here?
can have evidence. Listen to every single podcast. You give Mom Brain so much garbage. And
Well-
I appreciate that you apologized for the hotness.
Well, I would love it if you could give me what made you reach out to Mom Brain so I could watch for it in the future. But
No, there's just comments where like you're just like, man, where are you? And then just all the little things. I don't know.
breaking important news. Robot Face says, "Hey all, survived my surgery but am tired. I hope to tune in again before the end. Love you all." Well, we love you too. We're glad you made it through your surgery, and go get some rest.
Feel
yeah,
better.
for real. Follow your doctor's orders.
Nikki Hill, I have been reminded by myself that I have a massive email. I really mean it's massive. All about you and supporting you and cutting you some slack. So I forgot to do it for this week's episode, but I will.
That's convenient.
I will have it ready. Get the cat. We got the squirt bottle.
But the question is, how many emails did you get from last week saying thank you for not having Nikki Hill on the podcast?
I didn't get any saying that. I did get some saying they enjoyed Nintendo's edition. She will be back. She could not do this week's episode because she is out hiking. But anyway,
See the
yes.
difference there? I make time for you.
Nikki Hill, it is really like I want to say at least 3 pages of information in defense of Nikki Hill. Hello, Steel Diver. So everybody look forward to that because it's going to be a major segment for the show because just reading it will be a major segment. So we will get to that. I honestly just remembered now that I had that because I got sent it starting the week of the episode that you weren't going to be here. So I've had it for 2+ weeks now.
Is that what I sound like?
We'll get to that. Okay, Mom Brain, can you hit me with that
Your best shot.
that Super Lo-Fi button, please? Super Lo-Fi World 2 is a 15-track video game remix album from Game Chops. It's a tribute to classic video game music, including beloved series Super Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda, and Pokemon. Support Highland and Super Lo-Fi World 2 by buying a digital copy on stores like iTunes or Amazon, or streaming it on platforms like Spotify and saving to your library. Every download and stream has had its video game composition licensed, so supporting this album also supports Nintendo and the original composers. If you want the links, once again, you can click the banner on GoNintendo. And as I always say, we do not get any extra money for your click. It is just a handy-dandy link for all the places you can buy or stream. So thank you to Game Chops once again. We'll have some more tunes from that in future episodes. Wow.
Oh,
It's been a busy day. Not the kind of Saturday I want.
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
We had there was a Smash Brothers presentation today, which we will get into later. There was also Minecraft Lot. See, this is what I didn't miss about Nikki Hill, the interruptions.
So here's an example then.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown, Mom Brain.
If somebody comes into the chat and Mom Brain or I welcome them into the chat, oh, now we're interrupting you and you don't like that. But if we don't welcome them into the chat,
Kirby's here. Hi, Kirby.
and then you welcome them into the chat, you're like, man, where are you guys? You're supposed to be in there taking care of this. So you're darned if you do, and you're danged if you don't.
I will try to do better with that. Hello, Freddie Fro. Thanks for joining us. Yes, it's been a busy week. There was a Minecraft or a busy day. There was a Minecraft.
Tanuki Tony says, I feel this is a good time to say that someone once asked when Nikki Hill would grow to be a full-grown Nicholas Mountain, and I've never forgotten about it.
I think about it quite often too. Yeah, we will talk about the Minecraft stuff as
Freddie Fro, right.
Reminds me of an old song. I'll speak it in prose. I don't want to grow up.
An old ditty.
I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Toys R Us kid. I don't remember the rest of the words.
We will.
There's a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with.
There it is.
We will talk about Smash
something
Brothers.
More trains, more video games. It's the biggest toy store there is. I don't want to grow up because maybe if I did, I wouldn't be a Toys R Us.
Nikki Hill, are you listening to the podcast while you record?
While I record what?
With us.
What are you talking about?
Nikki Hill, are you listening to the podcast while we record?
I'm listening to you right now. Is that what you talk about?
Well, Mom Brain, back me up. We heard Mom Brain singing on your phone.
Yeah, that's just feedback.
Gotta get a new phone. All right.
Hey, whoa!
Oh, no. I'm not watching the YouTube. No.
Okay. First things first.
Garbage.
I want to talk about this because it was an idea that came up during the week and I didn't want to forget it. So I wrote myself a note. As you know, some of us have been playing Fortnite. We've been playing a lot of Fortnite, and Fortnite has a lot of skins. And our group of friends believe we've come up with the ultimate skin idea for Fortnite. It is something that fans will want. It is something that fans of this franchise will want. It is something that even people who do not know what the franchise is would want, because how could you resist it? We want 4 skins of the Golden Girls. I don't see how that wouldn't be a giant hit. Fans of the Golden Girls would want it. People would think it's really funny and get it for that reason. Also, on top of that, even if you don't know what the Golden Girls are, it's 4 old ladies. How could you not want an old lady skin for Fortnite? That would be amazing, running around on the Fortnite map and blasting away other old ladies.
It would also start normalizing the fact that women do, in fact, age and can have gray hair and wrinkles. Imagine that.
I'm trying to think if there's any old skins in Fortnite, as in like characters that look older. I guess maybe there's a couple you could say are, but it's not like in Fortnite they only show old men and don't show old women. I just don't think there's any old skins.
Now,
in
would they
general.
have like the typical Fortnite body though, like the body type, like the juicy thighs?
Well, I'd imagine I guess Blanche would. Blanche could have it, but like everybody else would be wearing like, like Ma's like house gown or whatever you want to call it.
I mean, we all know Dorothy Spornak is one hell of a dresser.
When we were talking about the skins, no one wanted to be Dorothy.
What?
Dorothy's the worst. Everybody wanted to be Ma.
I'm sorry. Hold on. You better hope that PC doesn't hear that.
I'm sorry, Dorothy's the worst. Everybody wanted to be Ma, and everybody was okay being Rose and Blanche, but nobody wanted to be Dorothy.
Would the melee attack be like swatting somebody with their purse?
Well, there is no melee attack, so no.
How can you have a game like that without a melee? This is why I don't play this game, because it's garbage.
It's about shoot. Well, I guess technically you do have a melee attack because you have your pickaxe.
While you're getting sweaty building forts, does it look like their kitchen or something on the inside?
Yeah, so technically there's a melee attack, except nobody uses it to actually fight, but you would get your like special whatever it's called, which could be a purse for breaking walls.
Cheesecake.
So that makes sense.
Cheesecake drop.
Your purse makes sense, Nikki Hill. It would work.
Okay.
But yeah, I think this is a great idea. How funny would it be to see old ladies running around in Fortnite?
Yeah, but I'm sure it's pretty expensive for the licensing for that.
Do you really think that Golden Girls licensing is expensive, and B, Epic doesn't have the money to spend on it? Even if they don't, Epic could skirt around it like they do with a whole bunch of other stuff, and they could have like some sort of
around it. Okay, that's the term you use when you're talking about women. Come on now.
some sort of rip-off.
Naked pantsuit around it.
Some sort of rip-off Golden Girls thing. Like, I don't know.
It's just a suit. It's just a suit.
What? I'm trying to think of another. What's another word for old people?
Seniors.
Senior women. The senior women skins are available. There's got to be something more catchy than that.
The cougar skins.
Cougar is a different thing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Hello Malik Halo. If there's gonna be
The
one
platinum pretties instead of the golden girls.
That is it. That is it, Nikki Hill. The platinum pretties. Although Mom Brain, I'm sure, doesn't feel too great about the pretties part, but platinum is great.
How true it is.
The lavish ladies.
Oh, except lavish doesn't explain that they're old. Platinum works.
I mean, but there's a lot of young women who are platinum.
Geriatric grandmas.
Doubling down on the fact that they're old.
The senior
The
slaughterers.
The great grannies.
The great grannies. The great grannies. Yes, that's it. I really like platinum pretties, but the pretties is a
The
little
silver-haired sweaties.
Oh, now that makes sense too. Malakayla says the bronze blue hairs. Not as good as gold, but still good. Still good. Or the bold blue hairs, says Joe is cool. Let's see, we got some names in here. I like it.
Is that my phone? It might not be on silent either.
It might not be on silent. The cool codgers, says Nintendo.
Kirby says the senior slayers.
Senior slayers.
Nice.
Well, clearly, this idea is spawning a whole bunch of names. And again, Epic, if you're listening, people want this. It's very clear.
It would be great. And you could have the music.
You can have that one for free.
Give it to me.
I don't know that. Well, that I mean, that's not the theme song. You mean like the cues or the stingers.
Beep, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, there's so many options there. Go ahead, Epic. You can have that one for free. Moving on, I have something that
how much they're going to have it for free, and how much do they charge per?
For skins. Skins are all different values. There's no set amount. There's like $500, $800, $1,200, $1,600. Yeah, $1,600. Yep,
No
per skin.
They have so much moolah.
I have something else that I want to talk about that was brought up by Brandon Frimbot this week.
Okay.
Let me go read his message in particular. He was listening to our seasonal cookie conversation, which has really gotten the fan base going.
Really?
Everybody's involved, yes. And he reached out and he says, if watermelon is out of season, do we lose all watermelon candy? And that brings up an excellent point, because there's all sorts of fruit-related candy, yet they are not seasonal.
Right, you could get a McDonald's apple pie any old time, but right now it's technically apple pie season.
Well,
and
that's not a candy. That is not a candy.
I mean, but fruit.
We're talking about candy.
Well, can I just put a little thing out there that reminds everyone that a good strong cup of coffee and a McDonald's apple pie
will make you crap like a goose.
Probably honk, but they are. We need a honk on the soundboard. They're scrumptious together. I mean, I love pie and coffee, and not just because I love Twin Peaks, although that's a bonus. But I gotta tell you, get yourself. Here's another PSA. That coffee cannot be McDonald's coffee, because McDonald's coffee is vile in any form or shape. Their lattes, disgusting. Their coffee, disgusting. Their iced coffee, disgusting. So you need to find yourself like a local coffee shop, get yourself a good, strong, like Americano and McDonald's apple pie. And you can thank me later.
I just found out this past week that there was a prisoner in Guantanamo Bay who was giving a lot of informant information or whatever, and one of his requests was McDonald's apple pies.
They're not best kept secret, but they're...
See, Mom Brain, people look at me and they seeing me talk about Pizza Hut and how much I love Pizza Hut makes sense. They're like, yeah, of course that guy's going to like pizza. But someone looking at you, are you really willing to stick your neck out for McDonald's apple pies?
What does that mean?
You're more elevated. You're a higher class.
That's not true.
I am the dregs.
I love a Little Debbie's oatmeal cream pie.
Why does a McDonald's apple pie bring her down to any level, though?
I just want to make sure she's really okay endorsing it, because
it's not saying she eats the dirt between the seats at McDonald's.
Oh, no.
She's saying she likes the apple pies.
Mom Brain, wait, we don't have to get fries. There's enough down here in the seats for both.
That is not
Oh,
correct.
little known fact. Mom Brain has one of those in between the seat catchers. You know, when you're driving in your car to catch the
Stop.
she empties it out
Stop.
at the end of the month and has a delicious
Stop.
meal.
May the rats eat your eyes!
Oh, look, there's 7 French fries, an old mint, stick of gum, a straw wrapper. We got everything in here. Oh man, that's funny. All right, apple pie. But anyway, seasonal candy. Now, seasonal candy does exist.
Candy corn.
Candy corn is one thing, but if we can have fruit, no, we're not. We're going right for it
Seasonal
this
candy.
time.
Do you know what I love seasonal candy wise?
You're
Very understated.
You're skirting the issue here.
Okay, go ahead.
Seasonal fruit candy is not a thing. So if candy can have fruit flavors all year round, why do we have seasonal cookies?
Well, Malamars are seasonal cookies.
I don't need you to keep telling me that. I need you to answer the question.
Flavors. It's certain flavors.
But candies have those
specific-
flavors all year round.
Yeah, but there's not like pumpkin pie spice candies.
There's got to be pumpkin candies. Or,
Look, it's because we're conditioning people to like sensory conditioning people so that they go into the store and they might not buy pumpkin spice something all throughout the year, but when it becomes this season and your decorations become more orange and browns and yellow, people are like, ooh, I want me some pumpkin spice, and they'll go and they'll spend money on this stuff. They will go to Trader Joe's because it's a seasonal thing, and they'll go to their seasonal flavor aisle or whatever it is, and they'll get the cookies, the Pop-Tarts, the bread. Oh, there's creamer. The napkins are flavored, and they'll go crazy.
That's what I'm saying here. We've been
And they'll spend a lot of money.
conditioned.
It's just
We need to stop this, guys. We could be having Mango JoJo's all year round. It's not a seasonal thing. We have to put our foot down.
Here's the other thing, though.
Hi, Buck.
There are some things that are not simply flavored. There are some things that are made with the item that is seasonal.
I understand
Well,
that.
very rarely are there items that are seasonal anymore.
Exactly.
Because we
Thank
can
you.
get them anywhere we want.
That's my whole point. There's no such thing as like, bananas are out of season now. You can always get a banana from somewhere.
While I was driving,
Hi, Doobie Turtle.
Nobody do this at home. I was listening to the podcast, and I did a quick little eBay search for Mango JoJo's, and I didn't find them anywhere on eBay. No, wait, maybe it wasn't eBay. Maybe I just did a Google shopping search. I did a search somewhere. Maybe it was, I don't know where I looked, but I looked somewhere.
Guys, I looked for this thing. I don't know where I looked, but they didn't have
I
them.
did a search through my text messages. Damn it. Yeah, so I didn't see that.
My point is Brandon is correct. This is all garbage, and we should be able to have whatever cookies we want all year round because A, we don't.
Flavor.
There's no such thing as seasonal fruit, and B,
Well,
a lot of
is
these things
seasonal
are
fruit. It's just not a thing anymore.
Everybody loves that theme. Whoa! Oh, I gotta go.
And now I forgot the other thing because my brain interrupted, so I apologize. It's gone.
Well, listen. If you've ever had them, I think it's like a Brock's brand candy. Remember when you used to have at the grocery store the big wall of Brock's candy?
Yes.
Oh man, those
And
are
everybody
great.
was like, "Boy, those are bad. I don't want those."
So they make around
Hi, Rakia.
like the winter holidays, like around Christmas, they make these they're like little taffies and they're circle and they have they're white with like the red peppermint stripes around the outside and a little Christmas tree in the middle, and they're mint flavored, and I love them.
Okay.
So,
Hello.
Rob, here's a question then for you.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters, actually. Never mind.
Did that
Okay,
come from
excellent.
I
Ridley
think you need them
Saria?
all year long. Cadbury cream eggs.
Yeah.
They're seasonal. Do you get upset about it because it's not a seasonal flavor, or are you okay with it because it's just chocolate and sugar?
No, I'm not okay with it. It should be all year.
They should be all year.
Steel Diver,
we
yes.
know that, like around Halloween.
Steel Diver, yes, this is a Nintendo podcast. We started off playing Nintendo music and talking about Golden Girls and
Are
Fortnite.
Cadbury cream eggs seasonal in the UK, or because I feel like they're not? I feel like they're year round.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Somebody in the chat said.
I was gonna say they have Halloween cream ones.
Somebody in the chat said McDonald's coffee is decent in the UK.
I'm not going to believe that.
Mom Brain, can you hit me with that news jingle? Steel Diver wants us to get on with it. Beautiful. Thank you, Mom Brain. On to the Nintendo news, because this is if anything, a very serious Nintendo-related podcast. Mom Brain, Nintendo has taken home multiple Excellency Awards at the Japan Game Awards 2020, and that includes the Grand Award. The Japan Game Awards have come and gone. They were tied to TGS 2020 Online. It was called Online this time because it took place online. And Nintendo won a number of awards. Let me tell you about them. There was the Awards for Excellency category, which includes 10 winners. And out of those 10, one of the games is given the Grand Award. These games are chosen by a panel and were selected from 1,036 titles. Yes, Doobie Eternal says they got the award for Peach's Untold Tale. Here are the games that got the award for excellency: Ring Fit Adventure, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Fire Emblem Three Houses, and Animal Crossing New Horizons. And then there were other ones in the top 10. Now, out of that top 10, the one that got the Grand Award was, Mom Brain, your guess?
Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing New Horizons. Yes, it took home the Grand Award. That makes a back-to-back win for Nintendo, because last year Nintendo won the Grand Award and it went to, I'll take a guess from either.
Zelda.
Okay. Nikki Hill, do you have a guess?
I don't know.
Mom Brain, when did Zelda come out?
I don't remember. 3 years ago?
Yes, and what was last year?
Last year was a year ago. How about...
I'm sorry. The answer is Smash Brothers Ultimate. So yes, Nintendo has won
That came out last year?
2 years in a row. You'll have to, I think it may have come out towards the tail end of 2018. That could be wrong, but it was allowed to be included for voting because, you know, obviously it's not, the awards don't take place exactly when the year ends. Total Henshin says, those are some very solid titles, and it reminded me that Nintendo has indeed had a stellar output during the last fiscal year, and they didn't include Luigi's Mansion 3 or Link's Awakening remake. So was 2019's fiscal year the best Nintendo has had as far as quality of output? I don't know. That's certainly up for debate, but there is an argument to be made for it. I will give you that. What the hell? What the heck? Oh, okay. There we go. Yuji Naka, Mom Brain.
Yes.
What game? What franchise is he famous for? I'll give you a hint. He doesn't work for Nintendo.
Ivy the Kiwi.
Ivy the Kiwi. Yes, that's what he's famous for.
He's famous for Mortal Kombat.
Final answer?
Sure.
Sonic the
Let's
Hedgehog.
Tap.
What'd you say, Nikki Hill?
Let's Tap.
Let's Tap. Famous for Let's Tap, yes.
Future tapping game.
Future tapping. He is now working on Balan Wonderworld, which is a 3D platformer in today's day and age, being published by Square Enix, a AAA publisher. Many people are like, wow, they're making a brand new 3D platformer in today's day and age, which is quite rare.
Many people are like,
wow, AAA is getting in the game business?
But we've seen indie developers make 3D platformers, but to have one published and in development under a major AAA publisher like Square Enix is pretty much unheard of nowadays. And lots of people have been saying, how the hell did this come about? Why is Square Enix doing this? Well, Yuji Naka spoke to IGN about the whole situation, and he said, "quote I think Square Enix has an
Who
RPG."
is the developer of Sonic?
Who?
Yuji Naka.
Very good.
Just so you know.
Thank you. He said, "quote I think Square Enix has an RPG image, but I don't think I'd be good at making RPGs." End quote. So he said he had an idea for a 3D platformer, and he went to Square Enix's president and shared the idea with him. And the president said, "Okay, listen, this is your one chance to make this game happen. And one chance is a quote." So basically, they're like, "All right, this isn't our thing. We don't do this. We haven't published anything like this in a bazillion years. You get one chance to make this happen." So if Balan Wonderworld isn't a success, don't expect to ever see it again. And I don't know that Square Enix would be willing to sell off the IP, even if it didn't make the money. I don't know who retains ownership of the IP. I don't know what the split is. I don't know anything like that. But I would imagine Square Enix is going to have all publishing rights because they're fronting the money for this project. So we'll see what happens with this game. I don't know. I am interested in it solely because it is a 3D platformer, and we don't get too many of those. I'm not so much into the style of the game. I don't really like the look of the game, but I am going to give it a try. And Yuji Naka certainly has made some excellent games in the past. Some might argue that it's been a decent amount of time since he made a good game. But maybe this will be it. Obviously, Square Enix sees something in it to give him the green light for this one chance.
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
Why do you keep playing that?
Because it said see something in it.
Oh, notice me? See? That's
Yeah.
it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love that clip. You can play it all day long.
Oh, really?
Sokar says... I really thought you were going to go for it. Sokar says, Square Enix, there's this thing called target demographic where you cater to specific audiences. So while your audience for RPGs is huge, that alone ain't going to make you the cut, as you've demonstrated owning IP like Tomb Raider, Gex, and etc. Look, I'm not saying Square Enix shouldn't focus on RPGs solely. My point being is that they could like to expand their IP into something that caters to more, like a Dragon Quest platform game. Think of the possibilities that one can work out, like you play as a slime and do platforming and all. Point is, whether this game works out or not, Square Enix should consider expanding in their genres. Well, I mean, Square Enix has made platformers, and they've done platformer style games with Dragon Quest before. Like we had Dragon Quest Slime, which isn't exactly a platformer, but it's not a traditional RPG. And they did Dragon Quest, whatever it's called, Builders.
No, Dragon Quest, whatever it's called.
The one that's basically Minecraft and Dragon Quest together. So they do experiment a bit, but yeah, they could branch out. But what's going to matter is how well this game sells.
Let's have a little fun.
Let's have a little fun. We have no idea how it's going to sell. But that's going to dictate what happens with the brand from there on out. And probably Yuji Naka as well. If Yuji Naka is like, I'm not very good at RPGs, then Square Enix isn't going to be like, hey, your game failed to sell and we didn't make any money. Why don't you stick around and make some RPGs? Black Milk, the apparel company, has a collaboration coming up with Nintendo for Super Mario Brothers apparel.
Ooh.
The collection will be available
For $1.
It might be available today, actually, later today. But can
It
you
says
look?
October 6th.
Yes, I understand that, but that is Australia. I was going to say, could somebody look up what 7 a.m. in Australia equates to here?
But what is today's still not the 5th?
I know, but I don't know what date to say yet. I don't want to give people the wrong information because this is going to sell out very quickly.
So right now it is Sunday at 6:50 a.m. in Australia.
6:50 a.m.
I think.
So 7 there, 7 in the morning there will be 4 in the afternoon here the day before. So we will be on the 5th then. Yeah, they're October 6th. That's 7 in the morning. So that'll be 4 p.m. here. New Jersey time 4, I should say. So get ready. I believe it's all catered to women. I could be wrong. But I think it's all women's clothing. So dresses and
The company is Black Milk.
Black Milk. There's some sporting attire as well. So yeah, check that out. But yeah, I believe they've done a collaboration with Nintendo before, and it sold out pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, so they have a countdown on their site right now.
Yes.
Super Mario Black Milk in 2 days, 1 hour, 8 minutes, 40 seconds.
Okay. But that it would be the Australian time. Oh no, it wouldn't. You're right. Yeah, because today's the 3rd. Yes, today's the 3rd.
I don't know.
Vin Loria says,
"Oh wow, there's some cool stuff."
Well, that's garish. Yeah, I sent it to Nintendo because I thought she would like some of that stuff in there, and she does. You should check it out. There's a real. If you wore like regular dresses, I'm not saying you should, but if you did, there's a really cool dress in there.
The green one with like.
Nope, it's red. There's a red.
Oh
dress.
yeah, I see it. Why? What? Like I don't.
I knew I couldn't say this in any way that you wouldn't automatically get offended. You
I'm
just
not
never.
offended.
Where do you go to wear dresses?
Yeah, not school. Everybody would see my.
You know what?
My minge.
McDonald's, coffee, apple pie, nice Mario dress. You could do it. Go sit down in the morning with all the old people there. Have your apple pie. Talk about what's going on in the news.
Yeah.
Get diarrhea 15 minutes later.
Do you remember that time?
Dig out some fries from the seat.
Do you remember that time we went for breakfast to a McDonald's and the bathroom was like insanely busy?
That's all?
Just like kept.
People were ordering things in the bathroom like crazy.
It was wild.
That's when you're traveling and you got to go to the bathroom. There's certain places you stop because you think you can depend on the bathroom.
Remember the one we stopped at on our way to or from North Carolina, and I couldn't use the bathroom because someone was occupying the stall for like 10 minutes and I had to pee so bad.
I was going to say the problem with you is you go from 0 to 60 with how bad you have to go to the bathroom. So there's no like, oh, I'm okay, I can make it. It's like, I'm going to pee my pants right now. And then when you couldn't get in the bathroom, I was like, I don't know what's going to happen here. What did happen? You peed your pants, didn't you?
I did not pee my pants. I don't remember the last time I like full on peed my pants.
It's never too late.
There have been times where I've like had a bit of a dribble, but I've
dribbled in my pants.
But I don't remember. I don't remember the last time I full on peed my pants.
Well, I mean, once you get into the later years, I'm sure those days will be quite frequent.
God, my Graham is one of those people who's like, oh, honey, I'm not going to make it. My mother. So it's definitely like
it's in your future.
It's definitely in my future.
Pokemon Sword and Shield. The game's Crown Tundra DLC has been officially dated. You can look forward to getting the DLC on October 22nd, 2020. So it's coming out this year. Another update will launch around that time to allow players to transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Home and gain access to the Crown Tundra. So there you go. People have been wondering when that DLC is coming out. I clicked the wrong button. And that's your date. Akmaguin says, good. Oh, sorry, Nikki Hill. Good release date. November would be too busy. I'm curious to see how much length this will add to the game. I'm also curious how much they'll charge for the game plus DLC. I do not have those answers. We can do another one. Mom Brain, for a while there, you played Jump Rope Challenge.
I did.
Nikki Hill, did you download that game?
I downloaded it. Yeah, I didn't play it. One hop. I didn't play one hop.
There is an awesome Toad dress.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Mom Brain, for a little while there, you were into it, but then you just kind of faded away.
Yeah, man.
Well, that was always supposed to be a limited time release. It was going to disappear on or after September 30th. So that's your only chance to get the game. If you didn't get it by the end of September 30th, you were gonna no longer be able to download it new. And the game is free, by the way. So it wasn't like Nintendo milking it for money or anything like that. It was just they were doing a limited release. Well, after telling people that it was going to disappear after the 30th, Nintendo had a change of heart. They said that the game will remain on the Switch eShop for now, but they did say that it will be available, quote, until further notice. So it doesn't seem that it's going to be here forever. Seems that for whatever reason, they decided to push back the delisting date, and another delisting date will be offered at a later date. But for now, Jump Rope Challenge is safe. So you can hop on the eShop and grab your free download and
I don't
enjoy your
it.
Virtual jump rope action.
It was fun.
First comment comes from Totodile and says, Bunny needs a break. Bunny has been jumping rope for a while now, every single day. It's a lot. My brain, how many jumps did you do?
I did the 100 that it asked you to do.
Did you? Yes, Nikki Hill?
That's what bunnies do.
That is a good point.
I don't think they need a break.
But
No.
this is a question. Do bunnies walk?
Sure,
No.
whatever.
Yeah, they do. I mean,
I've
it's
never
like,
seen a bunny walk.
No.
yeah, they like,
Mom Brain, you're
Well, they
literally
like-
hopping right now.
they do like a
They
little
go
bunny gallop.
No, it's called a hop.
But it's not always a jump, I don't think.
Just because it's a little tiny hop doesn't mean it's not a hop. I've never seen a bunny walk.
It's the same thing as if you put your hands on the floor and like you moved your feet closer to your hands. It's a hop. Like they take a step out and they hop. They hop, 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 hop.
I gotta agree with
Nate
Nikki
or
Hill.
Die says if they're moving very short distances, they sort of walk.
No,
No.
like if they were taking
so
one.
basically what their walk is like a front back wobble.
I was gonna say, do bunnies like independently move their legs to get somewhere? Like I feel like they always jump both legs
I
at the
like
same
how
time.
you're referring to them as bunnies.
Rabbits,
Yeah,
hares.
it's like if you had
Bunnies.
your shoes tied and you could only get around using your hands and feet.
They tied my
From Google,
shoelaces together.
According to Nintendo, rabbits can walk. They move this way when exploring new territory and feeling uncertain. They prefer hopping, though. Their powerful hind legs enable them to move at speed, which is great exercise.
Well, thank you very much for that information. Now we know bunnies walk. I need to watch a bunny documentary so I can see one walk.
Can we get a picture of the time that Lube was the Walmart Easter Bunny?
It's out there somewhere. So there you go. You can hop all you want jump rope challenge for the foreseeable future. Mom Brain,
Yes, dear.
can you hit me with those 2 plugs? We will be back in less than a minute.
Hey, Benito. I've been reading the Bible lately, and nobody ever told me how many talking dogs and wizard battles were in this thing.
Well, Chris, you know what I always say. If you can understand Star Wars, you can understand the Bible.
Apocrypals, part of the Greenlit Podcast Network.
Do you love The Legend of Zelda? Here at Chat of the Wild, a game club podcast, we have been using our lens of truth to do deep dives on your favorite action-adventure series to find out what makes this franchise so amazing. Join us right now as we sail through the Wind Waker, or check out any of our past seasons. New episodes drop every Wednesday here on the Greenlit Podcast Network.
Thank you, Mom Brain. Animal Crossing New Horizons has been updated to version 1.5.0, and there are some exciting things in there, although I don't believe Mom Brain has tried it out yet.
I'm sorry, what? I was watching the Discord. Haven't tried out what?
Animal Crossing's
Oh,
update.
yeah, I haven't. No.
Poor Rold. He used to have such a good friend.
I'll bring him some nice gifts and he'll forget that I was.
Oh, is that what it is? That's
Yeah,
what it's all
mhm,
about?
That's what it's all about.
It's not about keeping a relationship. It's just, here's a present. What are you going to give him? A rug? A net?
I've given him some beautiful gifts.
This update adds the ability to grow pumpkins. Deck out your home and island for all your
Pumpkins.
awesome autumnal occasions by first purchasing pumpkin starts. That's what it says.
Mhm.
In game from Leaf year round or from Nook's Cranny during October. Once your pumpkins are grown, they can be harvested and put to use in pumpkin-based DIY projects. You can also prepare for Halloween. Find your style for Halloween night by purchasing costumes like a mage's dress at the Able Sisters shop during the month of October. You can even procure body paint and colored eye contacts by exchanging Nook miles. You'll also be able to learn Halloween DIY projects from your fellow residents. On Halloween night, your neighbors will be getting in the holiday spirit with costumes of their own. Yes, Nikki Hill.
Hi, Solid Master Link.
Halloween night celebrations starting at 5 p.m. on October 31st. Neighbors will gather in a plaza, which will be adorned by an array of Halloween
door and turn the lights
decorations.
down.
You'll also receive a visit from a mysterious guest, Jack, the Czar of Halloween. By giving Jack lollipops and candy, you'll earn spooky in-game rewards. Be sure to save some candy for your neighbors too, or you might get pranked. Luckily, you can learn a couple of new reactions to properly express your feelings of fear. Then finally, The ability to take a nap and visit other islands within Dreams was introduced this summer. Now you'll be able to easily revisit Dreams from a list, making it even easier to visit some of your favorite islands. So there you go. That update is available right now.
Hi, the Aloe Wolf.
We don't need to do that. Yes, we'll talk about this. So Nintendo has been in a lawsuit about piracy and hackers and all that stuff.
I'm a pirate on the dark web and a hacker.
Oh boy.
Right?
I mean, normally you don't announce that stuff.
Well, I'm so good that no one will ever find me.
As it stands right now, retailer Uber Chips, who Nintendo was going after because they were selling a product that allowed Switch owners to play pirated games, they're in a bit of trouble. The way the lawsuit is going right now, Uber Chips has to pay $2 million in damages to Nintendo for the sales of their hacking-related product. There's also a permanent injunction that orders Uber Chips to destroy any digital files or physical devices that infringe upon Nintendo's copyrights, and the company can no longer sell similar products moving forward. So while there is the argument for people to say these companies aren't selling pirated games and they're not promoting pirated content, they're simply giving people access to something that allows them to utilize their Switch in different ways than Nintendo intended. But obviously the majority of these people who buy these devices are doing so to play illegally downloaded games. So the judge is siding with Nintendo in this instance, and they are gonna Uber Chips is gonna have to pay $2 million in damages. Sokar says, "Good for Nintendo, bad for GameFAQs users." I know there's plenty of people who go about the pirating ways, let us say, and Nintendo is out to really squash that stuff and has been for years, but they've had some major wins recently. So things are going to happen. I don't know if you want to stay the course on that one.
You underestimate the power of the dark side.
You might want to go the. Can I hear that again? I love the way that guy talks.
You underestimate the power of the dark side.
Is that like that one clip that you love?
What?
That is not appropriate to say on the podcast with the guy in the audience asking the question.
Oh, yes. Yes. What's the other one we got on there from that?
The force is strong with this one.
I mean, that's a funny delivery too, but the other one is great.
You underestimate the power of the dark side.
The power of the dark side.
I imagine somebody like at a line reading for that role, and they're like, okay, I'm in character.
You underestimate the power of the
I think I'd be
dark
really
side.
good at performing this role. What's my dialogue? Nintendo had a great September in the UK. As we always say, UK is PlayStation territory, but for the month of September,
It's also Cadbury Cream Egg territory.
It was all Nintendo.
Great September. They went on walks. They had some nice nights by a campfire. It was a nice September.
Ate some seasonal cookies.
What is the September season? Cookie season. What's a September? Yeah.
An apple fig Newton.
Well, according to
September apple farm season?
According to Trader Joe's, it's mango. It's mango season.
In September?
Yeah, that's when they were there.
Was it September? I feel like it was before that.
I think it was early September.
I feel like September is like
do you remember?
Salty, sandy flavored things that got stuck in your underwear when you went to the beach.
Oh,
you know?
no.
Like
Can't we just say like pretzel?
Where's underwear on the beach?
Sandy sock flavor.
This
Because
guy
you're at
wears
the
underwear on the
all
beach.
summer.
You went to the beach with this man. He wore boots and socks to the beach.
Yeah, but
Oops.
underwear?
I would imagine he had underwear on, yes.
I put underwear on under my bathing suit.
No.
No, I don't.
I don't know what to believe now.
But wait, when do I wear boots to the beach?
Mom Brain, please back me up.
I do have some minor recollection of Nikki Hill wearing, like maybe you didn't bring sandals to the beach.
It was boots and socks. I specifically remember.
Boots and socks and boots and socks and
I
boots
don't
and
remember.
socks.
I don't remember why. The top game of the month.
On the beach?
Yes, on the beach.
Oh, maybe I forgot sandals.
Sure. Yeah, but that's fine.
Kirby is alleging that Nikki Hill wore his underwear in the shower.
Nikki Hill, your response. Well, how else am I supposed to clean them? The top game of the
How
month.
else am I supposed to get those nasty streaks out of there?
Top game of the month in the UK for September was Super Mario 3D All Stars. It is the second fastest selling Mario platform release in series history, only falling behind Super Mario Odyssey. 32.3% of all physical games sold in the UK during September were Nintendo published titles. 41% of all physical games sold in the UK during September were for the Switch. The Switch was the best-selling console with over 146,000 units sold, and Switch sales are up 90% compared to the same period in 2019. Your top 10, starting with number 10. Ring Fit Adventure, PGA Tour 2K21, NBA 2K21, Grand Theft Auto 5, Minecraft, specifically the Switch version, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, Marvel's Avengers, and Super Mario 3D All-Stars. A fantastic month for the Big N. First comment comes from Steve Nintendo, and he says, there's a lot of Nintendo titles right there. Doesn't seem that long ago that Nintendo would almost be an afterthought on a list like this. It wasn't that long ago, my friend. Roughly 4 years ago. It really wasn't that long ago. Mom Brain, can I get a drum roll, please?
Yeah, you can get a drum roll, please.
The next Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighter has been revealed, and it is none other than Steve from Minecraft. The long-standing rumor / wish / hope of many a Smash Bros. Player has come true. Steve from Minecraft is the next fighter. And he's bringing some friends with him, too. It's Steve and Alex. These are all alt skins. So Steve is the main.
I was hoping it was going to be Tom from MySpace.
Alex from Minecraft. And then there's, what else is there? There's some other skins in there. And there's an Enderman skin. And a zombie skin as well. But yes, it is the next Smash Brothers character. I believe it's dated October 13th, which we just found out today. But yeah, we're getting Steve from Minecraft, as well as, Minecraft, a Minecraft level with, I believe, 7 different biomes, and music and all that jazz. So there you go. That was the new fighter revealed for Smash Brothers. People have talked about Minecraft being a part of Smash Brothers for so long now, but it was always just rumor and speculation. But here we are. It's finally happened. Obviously, some people are very angry about this because they feel that character shouldn't be in the game. Mysticoy has the top-rated comment and says, how dare they add a character from one of the best-selling games of all time and perhaps the most influential game of the past decade. Something that continues to be popular around the world, has shaped an entire generation of gamers, and has a strong presence on Nintendo systems. I can't believe Nintendo would succumb to this memey garbage like this. There you go.
Not gonna lie, I'm sweating a little bit.
He is saying, he's saying exactly how I feel. This is such a smart business decision on Nintendo and Microsoft's part. Minecraft is one of the biggest games of the last decade, if not the biggest game in the last decade. It is still played by hundreds of millions of people to this day, and continues to pop up in the top 10 software charts. This is a great decision. Nikki Hill wants to know, Josh, do you play Minecraft?
Yes, I really did.
Oh, did you like Minecraft? What did you think of it?
I'm a hardcore gamer. That's none of your business.
I wouldn't, with Josh, with you always saying you're a hardcore gamer, I didn't think you would have played Minecraft.
Why would you say that?
Well, your attitude leads me to believe you wouldn't be interested.
That's what I really appreciate about Josh, is you ask his opinion on a game and he says it's none of your business, because he does not feel like his opinion on a game anyone should take his opinion. It's his opinion. If you want to see if a game is good, you play it for yourself. Good job, Josh.
I don't want to be here.
Well, I'm glad to hear Josh is happy about Minecraft coming to Smash Brothers.
No, not at all.
Josh, you're not making sense, man.
Thanks. Very cool.
All right, Josh, thank you. The always insightful Josh Crowbot.
Don't be a sweaty. Be a go-getty.
There you go. Let me Tanuki Tony says, this reminds me, I recently watched the parents play Minecraft. Did your mom actually continue playing after this episode? She seemed to really enjoy it by the end. My mom still does play Minecraft. Yes, she is a Minecrafter. This is really funny. We don't have 100% confirmation on this, but seems awfully coincidental. So obviously Nintendo fans all around the world were very hyped about whatever character was going to be revealed for Smash Brothers. And we had the presentation. We had the presentation the other morning, and everybody tuned in. And the reveal happened, and obviously the internet went nuts, and social media went nuts, and everything. And Twitter, at the exact moment when Steve was revealed, went down for a couple minutes. Twitter would not reveal what caused the downtime. But even Masahiro Sakurai, the developer of Smash Brothers, took to Twitter, and he was wondering if there was some sort of impact or correlation. I mean,
of course, nobody saw his message because Twitter was down.
It does seem very interesting, and I can attest to this being an issue because Schiller was covering the site during this presentation, and I told him, reach out to me if you ever have a problem. Don't worry about waking me up. I will come help you. And he reached out directly to me, and he's like, I can't get the tweet to publish. He's like, I don't know why our tweet's not working. It's giving me an error. And I went and I looked, and I was like, oh, well, Twitter's actually down. This is really crazy. And then it came back up a couple minutes later. But is that what happened? Did Smash Brothers and the reveal of Steve from Minecraft crash Twitter? Twitter isn't saying, but I think we've laid out the evidence quite well. Mike in Television says, Steve broke the internet, or at least part of it. It does seem like that. It certainly sent a lot of traffic over to Twitter. Super Mario Brothers 35 is now available worldwide, just so you know. Again, that is the limited time game. It will be available until March 2021. You need to be a Switch Online member to play it, and it is free. You don't pay any money for the game. In Super Mario Brothers 35, race against time, defeat enemies, and sabotage your opponents in the online battle to be the last Mario standing. First comment comes from Mary Cato, and they say this game is so much fun. Got first twice today. Well, congratulations. North America, what do we got? This week in America, we saw the release of Super Mario Brothers 35. Rogue Company went from closed beta to open and free to play. So now everybody can jump in and check it out. Ease Origin is available. The Animal Crossing update, as we said. Also available is 103. Ninth Dawn the Third. Agatha Christie, The ABC Murders. My brain, it sounds up your alley. Air Missions, Hind. Animals for Toddlers. I don't know. Arcade Archives, Burn and Rubber, or as we knew it here in North America, Bump and Jump. Birthday of Midnight. Candy Raid, The Factory. Charterstone, Digital Edition. Danger Gazers. Farm Builder. From Orbit. Grim Legends 2, Song of the Dark Swan. Hot Shot Burn. Let's Sing Queen. My brain, that sounds like something you would like.
It does.
Liege Dragon. Logic Puzzle Collection. Sudoku, Permudoku, Nonodoku. Make a Killing. Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2 Grand Prix. Nuberon.
Whoa!
The Adventure of an Unlucky Gnome. Orange Blood. Power Triss. Quell. Red Crow Mysteries. Legion Retro Classics Collection number 1. Data East. No, I'm sorry. Red Crow Mysteries. Legion.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
And then Retro Classics Collection number 1. Data East. Sega Ages Herzog's Way. One of my favorite names of a game ever. Schmoobity Boo. Smoots World Cup Tennis.
Smoot?
Smoots.
Spit.
Space Grunts. That's some kind of...
Can we just say that the Schmoobity Boo Smoots?
Space Grunts is astronaut diarrhea. The last...
No, it's astronaut constipation.
Oh, okay, yes. The Last Days, Unlock the King 3, and Warsaw. There are your North American releases. Steel Diver says, I will not be downloading Super Mario 35 as free-to-play games devalue the worth of video games as a medium. If they put out a box copy, I will reconsider. Well, Steel Diver, I'll make sure the world knows that. They just heard it. Joshua Grobot.
What are the next European masterpieces? Let's find out with Nicky's sweet releases.
Thank you, Josh. Beautiful as always. Mr. Hill, the European releases, if you will.
I'm not prepared, so we're doing it live. Also,
Wait a minute. You're prepared the other weeks?
Ooh.
This guy. Well, you did it, so it's in a list anyway.
Space grunts, LOL. Space grunts.
But yeah, I think Nintendo did a good job. It wasn't great.
She pronounced too many things correctly.
Yeah, but she also didn't pronounce everything correctly.
She was too quick.
All right, let's talk about this. What came out on the Switch this week in European? Let's Sing Queen. But in Europe, it's different. Right? I think they're talking about the Queen of England.
Yes. It's all songs about the Queen, exactly.
Umihara Kawazi Bazooka. Super Mario 35. Different from Super Mario 34. Don't look that up. Alwa's Legacy. Also, wait, can I go back real quick for something?
I mean, you've only done 3 games, but sure.
Yeah. You were talking about the Pornhub stuff last week.
Mm-hmm.
He's been investigating it very closely.
No. I was driving and I was thinking, and I was like, of course, this would be one of the guesses, right? Maybe it wouldn't be though. But Princess Peach cake farts.
Why would that be a guess? Because she loves cake?
Yeah.
She does make cakes often, that's true, but I don't think that particular genre is all that popular.
Okay. Just with you. Alwa's Legacy, Bacon Man, and Adventure. Oh, that came out in America last week, I think, right?
Yes.
Birthday of Midnight, Candy Raid, The Factory, Detective Case, and Clown Bot in Murder in the Hotel Lisbon.
Ooh.
Electronic Super Joy 2. That sounds exciting. Farm Builder. That sounds like something for Vitamin G.
I know.
Grim Legends 2. Song of the Dark Swan. Hot Shot Burn. Liege Dragon. Logic Puzzle Collection. Sudoku. Permudoku. Yeah. And Nonodoku. Nonodoku. Macbat 64. Make a Killing. Mind Seize. Nubaron. The Adventure of an Unlucky Genome. Orange Blood. Powertress. Projection: First Light. Quell. Red Crow Mysteries. Legion. Rogue Company. You just said it before, and I could say it after you said it. Shmoobity Boo. Shmoobity Boo.
What a great name.
Shmoobity Boo. Smoots World Cup.
Hey, you check out the new Shmoobity Boo on the Switch eShop?
DD.
What is it?
Mega Doo-Doo.
It kind of looks like a Super Meat Boy.
DD Mega Shmoobity Doo-Doo. Shmoobity Boob Doo. The Last Days. Let's move on. Undead Darlings. No Cure for Love. Unlock the King 3. Let's Sing Queen. Unlock the King 3. Warsaw. And Wise Origin.
Ease Origin.
No. Wise.
Okay, Nikki Hill, thank you.
Did I really botch that one? Did I really schmoobity botch it?
Laley says, the name Bacon Man and Adventure caught my attention a week or so ago, and I've been looking into it. It had a mixed reception on PC a couple of years ago, but the developers have made a few additions for Switch, so hopefully it's better as a result. It's a very nice looking game with some clever design. Well, then, there you go. Someone did the research. Mojang, the developers of Minecraft, said that they started discussions of bringing Steve to Minecraft, or at least having bringing Steve to Smash Brothers, or having Minecraft represented in Smash Brothers 5 years ago. This is Daniel Kaplan, former business developer for Mojang. He went on Twitter and said, yeah, discussions started at least 5 years ago, but he has since left the company, so he doesn't know when the actual implementation started. But this collaboration has taken quite some time, and obviously it involves Microsoft as well, because they own the Minecraft IP. So there you go. 5 years of work at the very least to make that happen. All led to the reveal this week. Sean Snocta says, hang on, this doesn't fit the narrative that Nintendo is a shield of Microsoft and are sidelining Sakurai. It must be false. Well, you know how the internet is. It's always conspiracy theories over the actual information. We don't need to do that. So Joy-Con drift. Mom Brain has experienced it, as I've said before. I personally have not, but plenty of people have. They've sent their videos, or they posted their videos online. They've sent their Joy-Con off to Nintendo for a repair, blah, blah, blah. We've talked about how there is a class action lawsuit against Nintendo, and it is moving forward in some capacity. Let me see here. The law firm... Oh, boy.
Of Binder and Binder.
No, wait until you hear this name. The law firm of Chimicles, Schwartz, Kreiner, and Donaldson Smith. Chimicles.
DD Mega
I have
Doo-doo.
never heard the last name Chimicles.
Maybe it's Chimichael. Have you heard that one?
It's Chimicles. Chimicles.
Chimichaels.
Chimichaels. They're involved with the lawsuit, and they're reaching out to people who had originally contacted them about the class action lawsuit to share videos or proof of their Joy-Con drifting issues. Now, in their email, they use some verbiage that I'm sure Nintendo is going to be very much against. But here's what they say. They say that in this lawsuit, Nintendo is arguing, quote, about how this isn't a real problem or hasn't caused anyone any inconvenience, end quote. Now, that is a quote from the law firm in the email that they're sending to participants of the class action lawsuit looking for more evidence. Are those the exact words that Nintendo used? We don't know. I don't believe that's allowed to be shared. Now, is Nintendo arguing that there's no problem? They might be. Obviously, there's not going to be any lawsuit if the law firm here is like, consumers are saying there's a problem and Nintendo is saying, yes, there is a problem, then it'd be over. So Nintendo obviously has a different stance, but you would imagine that the law firm is going to use some language that would be considered incendiary to get their members of the class action lawsuit fired up and get them to send out the information that they're looking for. So I don't know what Nintendo's exact wording is. You can bet that Nintendo is not happy about the wording that this law firm used, but that's how, that's the name of the game. That's what things, or that's the kind of things that go on with this. So I don't know. All that really matters to us is what happens at the end of the lawsuit. So this could be years in the works for all we know. But as we've said, it is an issue and people are tired of it. Akmaguin says, if the only problem my Joy-Con had was drift, it would already be bad, but they've got much more than that. I don't know. I haven't heard of other issues. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm sorry you're having the problems, though. Also, this is very interesting. Super Mario Bros. 35 is available now. It is a Super Mario Battle Royale, for the lack of a better term, where you go up against 34 other real players. You might remember back in summer of 2019, there was a fan-made game that was called Mario Battle Royale. And that was basically a multiplayer Mario game. And Nintendo swooped in to squash that game, which is not unlike Nintendo. They always do that kind of thing. But now the developer is saying that Nintendo stole his idea. So the team that Nintendo worked with on the game, Arika, who also did Tetris 99, one of their developers took to Twitter and said that that's not true at all. They said Super Mario Bros. 35 was in development before Tetris 99 even launched, And if you look at the calendars for those games between the fan-made game and Tetris 99, you would see that that happened before Super Mario Brothers or Super.
Did you know you can win money just for playing Tetris?
Mario,
$5,000
thanks, Josh.
is on the line tonight in Tetris Prime Time.
Mario Battle Royale didn't come out until after that, so that would mean that Nintendo did not steal the idea. Obviously, Nintendo didn't steal the idea, but this guy thinks they did. He shared comment with Polygon, and he says, "My first reaction was, oh, wow, should have seen that coming. It's honestly really funny that some nonsense joke idea I came up with ended up being yoinked by a giant corporation like Nintendo. They must be really out of ideas over there." So clearly he's being a little ass, and
he's being a little ass.
a little asshole, little jerk, little snarky butthead. But the developer has since removed their tweet, obviously because Nintendo's not going to comment on stuff like that publicly. But the developer that worked with Nintendo was obviously upset. They're like, we put work into this, and now we're getting claims that it's stolen. So they said, no, it's not stolen. We started development before blah blah blah. But then they thought better of it and removed it from Twitter. We don't know the official reason they removed it from Twitter, but again, most likely because Nintendo would never comment on this to begin with. And this guy was probably like, oh, maybe I shouldn't speak for Nintendo on this. Snail Person. Oh, no, we're not doing it. It's an argument about piracy, and we're not getting involved in there. But we do have a top story about piracy.
Oh.
2 members of Team Executor have been arrested. Team Executor has been involved with all sorts of mod ship stuff that paves the way for piracy, or I should say allows piracy, even though Team Executor says that's not the purpose of the work that they do. They very much know that people are using it for that. They've done stuff on the 3DS. They did stuff with the NES Classic Edition. They've also done stuff with the Switch. And now, after years of trying to track things down, Nintendo and their law firm and whoever else involved has come up with 2 names from Team Executor. Team Executor's Max Lauren and Yuaning Chen have been... No, wait a minute. It's 3 people. Max Lauren, oh, I'm sorry. No. Yeah. It's 3 people. Max Lauren, Yanning Chen, and Gary Bowser. That is funny. They were all charged in a federal indictment. The indictment alleges that the defendants were leaders of a criminal enterprise that developed and sold illegal devices that hacked popular video game consoles so they could be used to play unauthorized or pirated copies of video games. Nintendo is not the only company involved in this. Other big names like Sony and Microsoft are as well, but Nintendo has been leading the way. So we'll see what happens here. I'm laughing at the first comment, which comes from Ninjinister, and they say, "So long, Gary Bowser." What a great comment. So yeah, these guys got a lot of trouble ahead of them. Not a smart idea. But Nintendo's been trying to get some of these people for a long time, and now they got some of them. Nope, we don't need that. Oh, yeah, I told you. Yeah, October 13th is the date for Steve to join Smash Brothers. There you go. And then finally, the producers of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity shared some insight into development of the game. Mr. Furusawa says, since the game takes place 100 years before Breath of the Wild, I think it's one moving part of a greater whole. We worked very closely with the Zelda team. They supervised all of our work. I worked on the first Hyrule Warriors title, but compared to that, the Zelda team was over 100 times more involved this time around. I think the team did a great job of providing all sorts of things that fans of Breath of the Wild would want. I think we all really got there in the end. I can't wait for players to try it out. Another producer, Mr. Hayashi, says that he's just glad the game didn't leak because he wanted to surprise players, and they got to do that. There were 0 leaks about this game. We knew nothing. A total surprise when it was revealed. KCST says, I'm glad for the secrecy, too. Some folks were trying to pretend that it had been leaked, but the posts and questions were vague enough to be nearly meaningless. Yeah, there was no leak. That is your top stories.
I like when there's when it works out. that a bunch of people can work on a product and it doesn't get leaked.
Well, that's what they got, and it doesn't happen too often nowadays. But there you go.
I feel like when it comes to games, things get leaked more than when it comes to like. I feel like films and some TV series are coming out where it's like, wow, that was not on my radar at all. Like, what?
Yeah, I don't.
Huh now?
I don't follow like those industries enough to know what leaks. I'm sure there are some leaks, but yeah, it does seem leaks happen quite often with video games. Mom Brain.
Yes, dear.
What have you been playing?
You know where
Nothing.
leaks happen the most?
In the bathroom?
Yeah, in the plumbing industry.
Yeah. You didn't play anything, Mom Brain?
Oh, yeah, I did. I played Among Us.
You played Among Us. You want to talk about it? First time playing.
First time playing. We played with family. So what we did was we had a family FaceTime going, and we played Among Us.
Family FaceTime audio. Or no, I guess it was video too, but we weren't on camera.
Right. And there was a decent sized group of us, so that was good. I played on my phone. Rami played on his computer. I think I would like to play on the computer. It was a blast. We had a really good time together. It's the kind of game where it like keeps you excited the whole time, and you're like, even if you're dead, you still are like playing and having fun. We had our own little kind of like house rules where
I just want to mention that I was against the house rules, but I didn't put up a fight.
Yeah. Where like you could all talk, but if you were killed, you had to stop talking.
The way you're supposed to play the game is in total silence until someone reports a dead body or calls an emergency meeting. Then everyone can talk. But our family wanted to talk all the time and then not talk when they were dead. That was the biggest concession I could get them to agree with, is not talking when they're dead, but allowing talking the rest of the time. So it is what it is. But I mean, I still had tons of fun, but go ahead, Mom Bree.
So we had a blast just like hanging out and talking and like being silly and, like trying to convince each other that we weren't the imposter. It was just a really good time. I'm I think a little bit late to the party here. I don't think I have to convince anyone to play it. It's a blast. So if you, and the nice thing is obviously you don't have to be in the same room, so you can play online with lots of people. So, I highly recommend it. I'm sure you've all played it already, but if you haven't, get to it.
It's free on mobile, and it is $5 on the PC. Anastasia Beaverhazen says, wasn't someone trying to arrange an Among Us game with people from the podcast the other week? I don't know. Were they? That would be fun. I would like to get in on that. I'd play with podcast people.
What do you get in the PC that you need to pay for?
Outfits.
Well, you get to play on the PC, so it's obviously much easier to control, but you do get some outfits that you don't get otherwise.
Oh, outfits. Are any of the outfits Golden Girls themed?
No.
That's called a callback, right?
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yes. Toad64 brings up another very important point. He says the PC version is ad-free. In between each round on mobile, there's an ad, correct?
At the end of every round, yeah.
There you go.
But you can like mute them and skip after the first few seconds. It's not like invasive.
Nikki Hill, what did you play the last couple of weeks?
I played Solitaire, and I played some Mahjong Solitaire, switching up my lonely game, and I played a little bit of Super Mario 35.
No, you didn't.
Roll 35. I did.
Wow, how'd it go?
Well, I can't play the original Super Mario Brothers for shovel, so this went even worse than that would. But I kept playing it because it was still like, there's just like this challenge there. So
Do you see what Malik Halo said?
I came in 36. Ha ha ha. 36.
I'm very surprised you play that. It seems like the perfect game for you not want to play.
Well, here's the thing. I don't have friends in there, so I'm more likely to play it.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. Oh, but I do have another question. Do you know the second most the place where there's the second most leaks?
Gardens.
Apparently, Mom Brain's underwear.
Oh, burn.
That's a callback.
That's all you played?
Wow. I'll thank you to not talk about my underpants.
Mom Brain,
Listen.
you can't just like pretend to look at the microphone. Now I have to correct you. You're like side talking it because you're probably looking at cats.
I was looking at a Beaverhausen saying boom roasted.
Mom Brain, I will give you one chance.
I was looking at picture frames.
Mom Brain,
There we go. For
I was
cat
sorry,
pictures.
Mom Brain. I only said that because you referenced.
It's okay, Nikki Hill. I'm not really.
Is that all you played, Nikki?
I gotta think. Yes.
Okay.
That was a very long time to think.
Oh, what did you play, Mom Brain?
Oh, I think I played Among Us. And I think that might be it. But it was a fun time. It was a fun game to play. I enjoyed it a great deal. Nikki, did you tell us what you played?
I played some solitaire, some Mahjong solitaire, all on Clubhouse Games.
Oh yeah, Clubhouse Games. How was that?
I mean, the solitaire game is second to none.
All right, I like that.
And you know what? I did play some Sudoku on my phone.
Look at that.
That's another lonely game. And then I played some Super Mario 35.
Nice.
It's free, and I play for Nintendo Online. I pay. Did I say play or pay? I don't even remember, but I pay for it. So I figured I might as well get a game that's not going to be around past March.
Oh my
what
gosh!
about Josh?
How
Josh,
rude!
what's-
How rude are we that we left somebody out? Kirby, what have you been playing?
Kirby.
Well, I guess that's it. Are we ready to move on?
What about Josh? Has Josh played anything this week?
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Oh, okay.
Kirby played some Facebook games.
Facebook? Are there games on Facebook still?
I guess so. Mysterious Manor or Mystery Manor. Ooh.
Too.
Mystery Manor sounds great. And Bejeweled Stars. Rami, do you play Bejeweled ever?
I have played Bejeweled, yes.
All right. Are we ready to move on?
Yeah, what's in the news? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
What are the next European masterpieces?
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Don't forget to smash that like button.
Oh, man. You're right.
Smash that subscribe button.
All right. Rami, what did you play this week?
I want you guys to listen back to that section because it is going to be torture. That you guys, if you're going to try and do something like that, you got to make it at least interesting. That was torture. That was terrible, guys.
It was torture.
You
for
have to make it interesting by including me. Me.
That was filled with dead air and nothing. Nothing. Worst segment in the podcast history ever. Ever.
You remember new segment Cool? Yeah, that was fun, right? Get at it.
Thanks for asking, Mom Brain.
Nintendo podcast.
New segment. Cool. New segment.
And let me just tell you, Robbie Cowboy.
Now, see, that's
Wow,
good.
it's been a long time since I've used your full name. I must be really upset with you.
Maybe they didn't hear everything that was said because I was side talking the microphone.
The dead air is part of the point. Okay, pal?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you guys, after the show, go back and listen to it.
I'm not listening to this garbage.
Yeah.
I'm living
You
through
have
it.
it. It's on, I don't record the show, too.
I
Yeah.
played Among Us, as Mom Brain said. It was also my first time playing it. I really did like it. It was a ton of fun. I hardly got to be the imposter. I was crewmate almost the entire
Me too.
time. And you were imposter more than me. I think
Yeah.
I got it once, maybe, and that's it.
I was really good at it one of the times.
I
And not the other time.
you did do really well one time, yeah. I really
Question,
what?
how different is it from Jackbox? Press the button.
I mean, there's a similar thread between the two, but it's much more active the entire time for everybody, and it's much more sneaky. I would say I prefer Among Us better. I really like the Jackbox one, but yeah, this is much more engaging and more as funny as it is to say, more serious. It has like a scarier vibe to it, where Jackbox is very comical. Like this is like you're sneaking around the ship trying to take people out.
It's like suspenseful.
But yeah, you're like going around. If you're not the imposter, you're going around the ship completing menial tasks, and if everybody on the ship completes their tasks, you can win. Or the other way to win is find out who the imposter is. So you very rarely win by completing tasks, because usually somebody dies and they stop doing their tasks, even though they can still do them as a ghost. But yeah, I like this game better, I think. But yeah, I had a ton of fun with it. And every game feels completely different. Like everything's played differently. It's not every game is different. Every game plays out in a million different ways, so you don't get like tired of the game because it always has a fresh feel to it. And we've only done one map. There's 2 other maps to play as well. So I played that. I also played Super Mario Brothers 35, and I have not won.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Wow, that's so shocking.
I've played a total of 3 or 4 games, and I have not won any of them.
Thank you so much for playing
I've
my
gotten
game.
second place, and you could see my second place finish in the video that I did for GoNintendo, because it was me and the other player for at least 15 minutes, I will say. Maybe that's an exaggeration. 10 to 15 minutes. Just me and one other player. And I just lost because I ran out of time eventually. It was so frustrating. And I've seen lots of other people say that Nintendo needs to do something to tweak the end game. When it gets down to the final 5, there has to be something else thrown in there to make sure games just don't endlessly go on like that, because it was literally just go until somebody makes a mistake, but nobody made a mistake. I just ran out of time. I killed almost every enemy that there was. Obviously, if I killed a couple more, I would have got a couple more seconds. I don't know how much time the other person had left, but there was nothing else I can do, and it went on for so long. So I don't know what they can do.
I know what that feels like.
I don't know what they can do to change that, but there has to be something that changes for the final 5, because that can go on forever. I played that. I also played some of Crash Bandicoot 4, which is called Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, which is a pun, because the game is about time, as in time travel, but also it's about time as in it's about time they made a new traditional Crash Bandicoot game, because it's been 22 years since Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped came out. So we finally got 4. Now, is it good? I would say overall it's very good. Yes. There's a couple things that I would like to see tweaked. Number 1, which I've complained to Mom Brain about already. What's the fruit that's in Crash Bandicoot? I meant to look this up. What is that? A mango? Wumpa fruit? Is it a real thing? I got no idea. But whatever the fruit is, when you eat it in the game, the original Crash Bandicoot games, and some of them after that, had a great noise. And it was like this. And it was really notable. And it made collecting the fruit feel so good. And that noise, I guess, is still in this game, but it's super quiet. So you don't get the satisfaction of collecting the fruit, and it drives me nuts. I want to hear that noise. That noise needs to be pumped up. Another complaint I have is you play like maybe 3 levels, and then they're like, okay, here's a new mechanic, and you learn about like you get like a new suit that lets you like shift or phase things in and out of existence. So you press a button and like a certain amount of platforms will appear, and you press the button again and they disappear and other platforms appear. And that kind of stuff is fine, but I feel like that should be introduced mid-game rather than level 3. Like, let me enjoy some very... There you go. Thank you. Let me enjoy some very classic Crash Bandicoot gameplay because we haven't had that in so long before we get to the stuff that spices things up. But unfortunately, that's not it. So what else? Also, I feel the level visuals in some cases are too busy. I feel like there's too much going on. Like there's too much to differentiate between like what you can actually go to and jump around on and where the level path is. I don't know. It just feels a little too busy. But the game plays well. It controls well. It feels like a Crash Bandicoot game, so they did a great job there. They also added in a little circle under your feet so you can see where you're going to land easily, which I know a lot of people when they play Crash Bandicoot games have complained about misjudging jumps because they can't see where Crash is going to land. So they added that in, but if you don't like it, you can remove that. And on top of that, they have like, I don't know if it's called modern mode. I think it is modern or retro. And modern means you don't have lives. You just, if you die, you go back to a checkpoint or whatever, and it doesn't matter. Or you play retro mode where you have lives, and when you die, you lose a life and you go back to a checkpoint. So I'm playing on retro mode because that's how I like Crash Bandicoot. But it's nice for them to include the other option there too.
A Wumpa fruit is fictional. It's a cross between a mango and an apple.
Malakela says Wumpa is mango backwards. I don't think that's true. Apmu. So yeah, I do like it. I got a long way to go, but I've done a handful of levels and it's enjoyable. It's nice to have more classic Crash back again. I just need to see how much of it is going to be these newfangled abilities, which again, I feel they just threw in too early. And then I played Fortnite, which you don't really need to hear about because it's still Fortnite. Goodbye, Ridley Soria. Thanks for joining us. You have a nice night too. And I think that's it. All right. Boy, that siren outside is really going. Let's do questions. Send your questions to GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com.
I'm sorry, where?
GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com.
Oh.
They can be about Nintendo. They can be about video games in general or whatever the hell you want. This week's question comes from Ridley Soria, oddly enough. And it's not really a question. This isn't a question.
Is just leaving the chat, too.
This isn't a question, but I wanted to stand in solidarity with my boy RMC. Seasonal items are bull. A few years ago in early January, I was looking for new slippers. My old ones wore out, and it was an especially chilly winter. I couldn't find slippers anywhere. Someone told me that Kohl's definitely has slippers. I couldn't find anything after searching the store, so I asked the employee for help. I was told, quote, "Sorry, slippers are a seasonal item."
No.
End quote. Puzzled, I replied, quote, "What season? It's winter right now." End quote. The employee replied, quote, "Oh no, it's a holiday season item."
Yeah, like
End
you give
quote.
slippers to people you don't like for Christmas.
So to hell with Kohl's and seasonal items. I am
agree.
upset. I am upset about foods being seasonal items, but slippers being seasonal,
No way.
that is
Bogus.
garbage.
Total garbage.
To hell with Kohl's, and hopefully hell freezes over and it's the off season.
Also, I know that at least women's slippers are obtainable year round, I'm pretty sure,
People
at TJ Maxx.
can have cold feet at any time of the year.
Yeah, man.
Especially when you get older, your feet are cold all the time.
Or you just want a little extra support
Or-
as you're walking
yeah.
around the house.
In your house coat, yeah, that's fine. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
As you get older, you collect more and more hospital slippers from all your visits. So you just don't, like, you've got a closet full of hospital slippers and hospital booties with like the little rubber things on the bottom.
I understand, like bathing suits are seasonal, but it depends on where you live, and people go on vacation all the time. I'm not saying, Target should have a bathing suit section all year round, or at least a big one, but maybe, one little shelf somewhere with some bathing suits in case you need one during fall or winter or spring.
If you're going on vacation, just buy one there if you really need one.
Yeah, but those are going to be extra
online.
expensive.
You could order them online.
What if they're seasonal? No restock, seasonal bathing suit, seasonal slippers.
I mean, slippers seems to be a ridiculous seasonal item.
Next thing they're going to tell you, socks are seasonal.
Well, they are. Who wears socks in the summer?
Well,
I do.
my dad.
I gotta put socks in my boots when I go to the beach.
I don't have my beach socks for my beach boots. Thanks for the question. Not question, really, Saria. I appreciate the backing. Yes, this seasonal stuff is garbage, and it needs to end. You hear me, corporate America?
Oof.
Get your seasonal heads out of your seasonal asses and start selling us the stuff we want.
May the rats eat
Thank
your
you.
eyes!
We have a Patreon question. Hey, Mom Brain,
Yeah.
did you know that you could join Patreon
For $1.
for $1, as Billy says? Today's Patreon question comes from Freddie Fro, and they say, if you could hang out with any video game character, who would it be? And who would be the worst roommate?
Wario would be the worst roommate.
Mom Brain would hang out with Roald from Animal Crossing, without a doubt.
My God.
With those big, juicy eyes right in front of your face. Wario, I agree.
would hug him. I would hug Roald. He'd be so big.
Wario would be a terrible roommate. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Wario.
He'd be messy, loud. He'd stink. Yeah, all the things you don't want about a roommate. He'd pick his nose all the time, flicking on the wall. I mean, Wario has picked his nose in games before and wiggled his butt and farted in people's faces. So, I mean, he's the ultimate bad roommate. I can't think of one worse.
Well, I mean, do Michael's.
Well, you know, I guess you could say.
Stuff looking for money.
Shaking everything in your house to find money. I guess you could say a worse roommate would be anybody who actually kills people in video games. You wouldn't want to be a roommate with a killer. But if you're talking about, like, let's say baseline, at least normal character,
Right.
and they would be a bad roommate, you got to go Wario. I can't think of anybody worse than that.
I want my roommate to be Blob from A Boy and His Blob.
Oh yeah, and you could feed him jelly beans for whatever you need, a step stool, or what else you need in a house? Maybe a ironing board, or
what else does he make himself into? A rocket ship?
a bowling ball. Waluigi would eat all your Pringles and pretend that Wario did it, says Nate or Die. At least when Wario eats all your Pringles, he admits it. He feels no shame. I didn't think of it that way.
I feel like Yoshi would be a bummer of a roommate.
Why?
He'd be like, he's so like.
Well, first off, he's like a dinosaur, so he probably poops all over the place.
Whoa, he poops in neat little eggs.
Oh my gosh, is that poop in there?
You go to crack open an egg for breakfast one morning and it's Yoshi turds, a baby Yoshi. Yeah, I don't know who I would want as a roommate. I don't think I'd want. You know what? Kirby would be kind of a bad roommate.
Bowser would be a bad roommate.
Hey now, Kirby. I'm going to apologize for wronging.
Think about if Kirby was doing a singing gig.
Ugh.
That would be so loud. And he's got to eat a ton of food. The guy's bottomless. I think Kirby would be a bad roommate. I think it'd be very friendly, but you'd be like, he's not a bad roommate, but he's got
you'd have a hard time getting rid of him.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who I would really want as a roommate.
So are you saying if he got help like at Overeaters Anonymous, maybe you'd hang out with him more?
Freddie Fro says if Nicky Hill was roommates with Mr. Solitaire, he'd just hang out with him all day and never leave. That's very true.
A villager would be a good roommate, I think.
Anastasia Beaverhausen says if roommate was your Kirby,
if Kirby
was your roommate, you wouldn't have to buy a vacuum.
That'd be kind of mean though. Be like, hey Kirby, clean up while I'm gone, and he's got to literally eat garbage. I mean, he could spit it out, sure, poop it into a star, but he's still got to eat the garbage. It's a little mean. I feel like I'd vacuum my room, and if Kirby wants to eat garbage in his own room, he could do that. I think Mario would just be a nice roommate. Just your average roommate. Would you like
to have Shantae as your roommate?
Well.
Would you?
What have we happened upon here? Would I want Shantae as a roommate? Of course.
Mm-hmm.
What's bad about it? Tell me.
You wouldn't sleep much. You'd be staring at her all day.
Thanks for the question. All right, let us do what Giant Reggie says. What if Kirby likes eating garbage? That is a good point. I'd have to ask him. He eats anything. I mean, he eats enemies. So maybe he would eat you. Maybe that'd be a worry. Like at night, you'd open up your door and you see Kirby peering in, like getting ready to eat you up. Your feet are in his mouth. I wonder what Kirby feels like. Like he feels like pants. Never mind. Oh no, the ground feels like pants. Yoshi, GWX says Yoshi eats your enemies and poops them out. Then you can just call them eggheads. Kirby, the walking dispenser of all the crap you don't want. He swallows any crap, anything. And so that means he takes crap and keeps coming back for more. It's something to think about. Rakia says he feels like a weird marshmallow. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, based on the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, I don't think I want a room with Sonic because he just collects garbage from all over the place, and he lives like a college boy.
I mean, he means well, but yeah, I don't want Sonic as a roommate. Time for music trivia. Send your music to gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com.
Where?
gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com. Thank you very much to everyone who submits and the newcomers as well. There's been a handful of new people sending in their music, so thank you. I appreciate that.
I got music. You want to hear it? You want to hear it? Oh.
Thanks, Mom Brain.
Is that what I sound like?
Oh, our first song comes from Autumnal Blake.
I know this. Right? Don't I know this?
Videos?
No.
Is it the Big Bang fireworks game?
No.
It's got a puzzle game vibe.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
What system?
Wii U. GWX, you got it. You got it.
It's on Wii U. No way.
Is it an art style game?
I don't know.
You can't tell me what kind of game it is?
Is that what they were called? Or art style or art house? What were
Yeah, I have no idea.
Art style.
GWX, help me out.
I say it sounds like a puzzle game.
Is it a puzzle game, GWX? Oh, I think I do remember this. Yeah.
Is that a yes to me?
It's a puzzle game, right? I remember this. Yes, you played it.
I'm going to ask this one more time.
Okay.
Is it a puzzle game?
Yes, it's a puzzle game.
Thank you. Wii U puzzle game. And I played it.
Thanks, guys, for the support.
I believe I know what it is. Nikki Hill, I'm going to thank you. Is it Art of Balance?
It is.
Your art style, mentioning art style made me think of art.
Mm-hmm.
And I got art. So that's on 3DS. And is that on Switch as well?
Maybe. Didn't your dad? I remember
My
your dad
parents
playing.
really like that game, yeah.
All right, so that was from Autumnal Blake, and it was Art of Balance. Thanks to the Discord for the support. This one comes from Blood Ocean 07.
Oh, it's WarioWare. Is it just regular WarioWare?
Touched.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
All right, that was from Blood Ocean 07, and it was WarioWare Touched. Here's a song from Giant Reggie.
It's your first party?
Yes.
Let's just guess Pokemon and get it out of the way.
It is a Pokemon game.
What system?
64.
Okay. Pokemon.
No.
No?
Nope.
It doesn't start with the word Pokemon.
That's correct.
Detective Pikachu?
Hey
No.
You Pikachu.
It is Hey You Pikachu. Yes.
I never played that.
That was Hey You Pikachu from Giant Reggie. Here comes a song from Glitter Bubble 3 in honor of spooky season.
got no idea. Nightmare Creatures.
No.
What system?
Cube.
Kodama?
No.
Clock Tower?
No.
Resident Evil something. Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil Code Veronica.
No, I don't think it's not Resident Evil.
All right, so why Jack so weird?
Because I always confuse Resident Evil with
Silent Hill. It's not on the GameCube? No,
Shattered Memories?
It is.
that's Wii.
That was Wii.
Sorry.
I was gonna get Silent Hill, but you said GameCube, so I was like, well, I guess
Sorry,
not.
that must be my fault. But you got it anyway, so that's great. And it was from Glitter Bubble 3. This song comes from Jess I.
This is Metroid. Super Metroid?
Yes.
It's a good one.
That was from Jess I, and it was Super Metroid on the SNES. Here comes a song from M. Fish.
All right, is it a portable?
No.
Is it Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
Samurai Pizza Cats.
No.
SWAT Cats.
Nope.
Power Rangers.
No.
Rock and Roll Racing.
No.
Some licensed something.
No.
No, it's not licensed.
As far as I know, it's not.
Low G. No. Sonic Blast Man.
No.
Clay Fighter.
No.
Boogerman.
No.
I got no idea.
The cover art makes me laugh every time. The idea of the concept makes me laugh every time. Uniracers.
Oh, I never played that.
Yep. And that was from M. Fish.
Unicycle racing makes you laugh?
Yeah. Because it's just unicycles.
Yeah, not
Like,
with a rider on it.
yeah,
or
yeah.
anything.
Something about that makes me really, I don't know. This one comes from Mikey3319.
Okay, it's not first party.
No.
I can't decide if it's sports or not.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, there's not a sport name in the title, but that doesn't mean.
I got no idea. Circus Charlie.
No. You give up?
Yeah.
It was Ultima Exodus.
Oh yeah, never
On
played
the
it.
NES from Mikey3319. This song comes from Steven.
I believe this is the beginning of Mr. Bean. What system?
I think Switch, but yeah, Switch.
It's not first party. It is first party. Fire Emblem?
No.
Xenoblade?
Yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles. I don't know. Definitive Edition. 2.
2. Yes, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 from Steven. It's lovely.
I still stick with my original answer. That sounds a lot like the Mr. Bean intro.
This one comes from Steister, who, if I recall correctly, is certain you won't get it, but I think
Thanks,
you might.
Steister. Thanks for the vote of confidence. It is familiar. Yeah, it's familiar. What system?
Cube.
Odama.
No.
Why is this so familiar? He's sure I won't get it.
Pretty sure.
Okay, so I'll go with Tales of Symphonia.
No.
I'll go with some. God, that part is so familiar to me and it's driving me nuts. Cubivore.
No.
It's a part of a franchise?
I don't know.
Go ahead, I don't know.
Koro Rimpa.
That's on the GameCube. Why are you doing this
What
to
I
me?
have.
You're throwing off my guesses.
She said game. She said cube.
What?
And
She said GameCube, and then I said Odama.
Yeah, it's not on the GameCube. Koro Rimpa is Wii.
Oh yeah, it was.
And I love Koro Rimpa.
Oh, I thought you said it was on the GameCube. You said
No.
it's not on the GameCube.
It is not on the GameCube. It was on the Wii.
Whoops, I'm
You
sorry.
know, Mom Brain, you know. Nah, I lost
Slicer.
the point.
Would you have guessed Koro Rimpa?
I mean, I knew it, but she said GameCube, and I just was thinking of GameCube games. And oddly enough, I was talking to Dew Michaels at the time that song was playing, and he is a huge Koro Rimpa fan.
Well, why didn't he speak up?
Next
What is
song,
it called?
please.
It's called Panda Ball, or it's just that the Panda Ball would go like this.
Yes, it made great noises.
Last song today comes from Wired.
Diablo.
No.
What system?
The system is Switch. Also, I'm pinning that last one on Steister, who said Koro Rimpa was on the Nintendo GameCube. So
Wait, in response to this?
no,
debacle? Oh.
in the original email.
I'm sorry, did I ask if this is first party?
I don't remember, but I don't believe it is. I'm just.
I got no idea. Go ahead.
It is Dead Cells.
God damn it. People keep getting me with Dead Cells, and I played it too. The music obviously didn't stick out to me in that game. Oh, that's annoying. I believe I missed 4.
It's we, you and Nikki Hill.
I didn't get anything, so he missed 4.
Anastasia Bieber hasn't said 6 out of 9 confirmed. I was 6 out of 10. Yeah, I missed 4. That's right, Anastasia. Yeah, Steister, we're gonna need you to reach out. I need to hear about this.
It says on Wikipedia it was Wii and mobile phone.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I remember playing. I honestly loved Koro Rinpa. I really liked that game a lot.
I mean,
who made it?
Konami, I believe, published it.
No, Hudson.
For the record.
Oh no, so that's why I said Konami.
Oh right, of course.
What am I looking at here?
Just so that we're all clear.
Mom Brain is showing me the email.
But what about the email?
Game, system, Nintendo GameCube. Yes, it does say that, but that's just an email. We are telling you it was on the Wii.
I get it. I'm just saying that the mistake was not mine.
Oh, Tanuki Tony has the worst comment. He says, I've never heard of Koro Rinpa. Oh, it's a marble rolling game, but it's very weird, and it has like animal. You can make the marbles into little animals or other creatures and other stuff. It was just really good.
All right, maybe you can change them into some seasonal fruits if you want, depending on the season.
That's enough for the seasonal talk.
Guys,
All right,
Robot
everybody.
Face is going to show us his cool scars.
Well, that'll be for the after show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Enjoy your week.
All right. We got a burp.
Chunky.
We got a Scar coming up. He said he would come back, and he came back.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Ooh,
Whoa.
yeah. Rami, does that belly button one make you feel squeamish?
I don't like belly buttons of anyone. Okay.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not looking at that. There's other things. I'm looking at the side belly buttons.
Now you have 3 belly buttons, robot face.
I just don't like belly buttons. I'm sorry. I get nothing about them. I mean, I know there's people out there who love belly buttons. I'm just not one of them. Malik Halo makes the good point and says, at least it's not an Audi. I mean, people with Audis. I don't think they're people. I think they're aliens, honestly, to tell you the truth.
What's the wrong? Audis are pretty good cars. They're solid.
Do we know anyone who has an Audi belly button? We got to stop being friends with them. Nintendo says, I got my gallbladder out and they went through the belly button and a few other incisions. Yes, I know they do that.
Yeah, that's what I had. I had one in my belly button, one on either side of my belly button, and then I have this big one like right under my boobs and in between them. I mean, I think it's big. I guess it's not really all that big.
I've never seen those because I'm pure.
That's right.
We don't do that sort of thing.
When the first time you saw it, I was topless in the bathroom and I was screaming.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I've never seen you without a shirt. Because I was so
upset, and my mother was. It was when I was still living at home, so you and my mom both ran.
I don't know what you're talking. That must have been another boyfriend.
And it was a real awkward moment.
We don't do that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You are in full clothing all the time.
That's right.
And as some people saw this week, sometimes you wear a Mario costume.
Did you post that like everywhere?
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Oh God.
Put that on Twitter right away. That's right, Tanuki Tony. I'm saving myself for marriage. You will not see my belly button until marriage. I'm tired of how people flaunt their belly buttons all over the place.
You hate belly buttons.
You know,
so
some
much.
people call the belly button the sacred hole. Some
What?
people do. Yep.
No.
Look it up.
The sacred hole?
Yep. Some people.
Get away from my sacred hole.
I feel weird in my sacred hole.
Well, I mean, I had a student just the other day.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was sitting with my back to him and I leaned over and there was a little gap between the top of my pants and the bottom of my shirt. And he goes, I like your belly button. And I was like, that's not a belly button.
Oh, Nikki Hill, this is awfully forward of you.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
What? What are you talking about?
Rami and Nikki Hill just kissed. Is that the first time?
I was going to say.
Won't be the last.
Wow. What a sacred hole.
All right. Well, we had scars. We had a Nikki Hill Rami kiss. We had sacred hole talk. I mean, what more could you want? That's an after show.
And it's nice to know that Robot Face is feeling good.
Feeling fine.
By the way, Rami, I miss you too.
All right, everybody. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.
I miss you too, Mom Brain. And I miss all the podcast listeners.
Josh. You miss Josh as well.
I miss Josh. I miss Kirby. I miss Lube. I miss Dew. I miss Vitamin G. I miss everybody.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hang out with friends and family virtually or whatever you're doing. Just do it safely. Rest, relax, play some games. You deserve it. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. I miss Dew too.
That made it in.